All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am here at the Youth Bureau today at the ribbon cutting to celebrate the accomplishments and the achievements of collaboration between the Peekskill City Youth Bureau and the Peekskill City School District. Round of applause for yourselves, please. As many of you are aware, there are a lot of great things happening in the city of Peekskill, especially for our children, and this is a great effort to collaborate. So to my right, you have Dr. Mauricio, the Peekskill City School District Superintendent. He's here this evening. To my left, you have Tuesday McDonald, the Director of the Youth Bureau. She's representing this evening. I'm going to ask the two of you to say a few words and just acknowledge some of the people that are here. Before we do that, I want to acknowledge Councilman Smith is also here this evening, and Councilwoman Patricia Riley. So, Councilman Fernandez is also here. I apologize. He was hiding in the back. So, I'm going to ask Dr. Mauricio, tell us a little bit about the program that's going to be here.
Let's give the mayor a big round of applause. This could not happen without the collaborative effort. Someone was just sharing with me that it is wonderful to see things happen, and it's great when they happen together in collaboration. And to the city, to Mrs. McDonald and her staff, Darryl Francis, and everyone here at the Youth Bureau, we want to say thank you on behalf of our Board of Education for collaborating with us for the benefit of children. So I would also like to recognize, he'll speak after me, is President Michael Simpkins, Board Trustee Hallman Johnson, Trustee Maria Pereira, and Trustee Jillian Villan as well with her son. Yes. So very briefly, we have great kids, but sometimes they make mistakes. And when they make mistakes, we don't throw away our children. We provide other opportunities. So we had a program, and it was an opportunity for us to do something better. We had a 2-hour state-mandated tutoring program when kids get suspended from middle or high school. And Mrs. Ellen Gerace, who I want to give a big round of applause for leading this idea, and Mrs. McDonald and Dan Callahan and I sat down and we said, let's do something better for them. 2 hours is not enough. So we talked about providing them with a full lunch starting at 12 noon. They have opportunity to talk about what they did and what they can do differently, because that's what it's really about. Sending kids home on suspension doesn't solve the problem. It's talking about what they did and what they could do differently. And that's exactly right. And I'll close with this. And the program goes all the way up to 5 o'clock. They have their tutoring. The Youth Bureau bought new computers, so let's give them a real big round of applause, thanking them for that. This wonderful room here was repurposed. This is a stately room with 2 fireplaces and a lot of great opportunity for our kids to see that we care about them. And then lastly, I'll share with this. I'll close with this. Someone once told me I learned more from my mistakes than I did from my successes. And this is an opportunity for us to learn and help our children learn. And lastly, let us recognize our principals, Mr. Arthur, Mr. Lewis, and Carmen Vargas. She doesn't suspend anyone, but she's here to support. She's in pre-K. And then most importantly, our teachers who are part of this program. Raise your hand. Let's thank our teachers. Thank you, Mayor, for the collaboration. Thank you, Mrs. McDonald, for the collaboration as well. May I have a...
Sure, of course.
Wow, this is an awesome opportunity for our kids. The Youth Bureau has been here 25 years doing outstanding work, and the Board of Education is, we're just delighted that we can do this collaboration and offer more better services for our kids. So again, this is just another example of how our collaborating is saturating in our city, and we are developing and putting our arms around our kids to make things better. So kids, this place is for you to be successful. So come and indulge in the services that's here. You'll be very well and happy that you came here to receive the services.
There you go. Thank you very much. They say teamwork makes a dream work, dreams become reality. Now, without further ado, Mrs. McDonald, the Youth Bureau Director, please say a few words for us and acknowledge the people that are here with you as well.
I certainly will. I want to start by just saying thank you to Mr. Darryl Francis, who is the glue that continues to hold the Peekskill Youth Bureau together. I want to acknowledge the rest of our team members. We have Kathy Casey, who is here. Come on, give it up for her. Give it up for her. Awesome. Miss Dell is here. She has been here for a while working with our youth. Miss Alvina Smith is also here. I just want to say, just coming into the Youth Bureau since August, when we talk about it takes a village to raise a child, we hear that all the time. But the village is here. You all are the village that make our children succeed. I also want to acknowledge our youth board members. Have Mr. Joyner, who is here. Carlos is here. Wave it up. Miss Keisha Palmer Cousins is here. I don't want to miss any of our board members. Double duty, double duty. I certainly want to thank Dr. Mauricio and Ellen for all of your hard work, and also Dan Callahan, who's not here right now, but he's played such a big impact on this. Peekskill, we are here, we are viable, we are here working with your children, and we love every minute of it. Thank you.
So now, without further ado, we'll prepare to cut the ribbon, and the glue of the Youth Bureau has the scissors. We're gonna do a countdown from 4. It's an odd number to do it. That's my favorite number, though. Ready? But Dr. Mauricio, please have it in front. Miss McDonald, please, in the front. 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Once again, to everybody at home, thanks for tuning in. This is one of the greatest cities on earth, Peekskill, New York. God bless.
Awesome. Great idea.
Ah, you did great, man.
Do you want to announce dinner? I don't think stay for dinner.
All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, as I said before, we are at the Youth Bureau here. I have some of the school board members, the president, the superintendent, and some of the principals from the school. So this is a great day in the city of Peekskill. I'm just going to ask a couple of questions. Anyone can answer. I'm going to start with this side because he's on my left. So, principal from the high school, Mr. Arthur, how do you feel about this initiative?
Well, it's an important initiative. Certainly suspension is the last thing that any principal really wants to engage in, because when a student is out of school is a lost opportunity for instruction. And certainly you want to be able to give students an opportunity to reflect upon the decisions that they've made, correct them, and then come back and inspire someone else. So the Youth Bureau, with the Model Youth Bureau, the work and the collaboration, this is a perfect opportunity to give kids an opportunity to reflect on the decisions that they make and think about how they can help others by building bridges, so others can also avoid some of those pitfalls. So this is a great initiative.
That's awesome, man. That was off the heart. That was beautiful. Like a speech. God, I want to drop a tear. Okay, so now, Mr. Simpkins, you've been working with the school board for a few years now. So how do you feel about this as well? Because this is something new that's brand new, and it looks like it's going to be something successful.
Well, it's always important that we have resources in place for kids who are going through issues. And we have an outstanding team here at the Youth Bureau. We have outstanding teachers who's collaborating together on these issues. So again, we're reaching out to all our resources to support our kids. So anything that's going to lift our kids up and take them to the next level, we're for it. The board is for it. We're behind it all the way.
That's awesome. So Principal Lewis, when you first heard of this, what was your response when you found out about this initiative?
Well, good evening, everyone. Hello. I thought it was important because, once again, much like what Dr. Mauricio said, Mr. Simpkins, and Mr. Arthur, this is an opportunity for students to reflect upon what has happened and what they can do differently so that you can have a positive impact on them moving forward. For us in the middle school, our students, are always going through something challenging. We want them to be challenged academically, not necessarily socially. But what this does, it allows them to reflect upon what has happened, and hopefully in the time period that they're here for a day or two, whatever that is, allows them the time to make better decisions moving forward. And that's really important because they have to return. We want them to return to the building, but we need them to return in a better reflective state. And I think this allows that, and also equally as important is that they're getting the academic support they need to continue their journey academically. So that really, we were very pleased that Dan and Dr. Mauricio and Tuesday were able to really design this program because we know our students are in need of that.
There you go. Right. Thank you so much. So I got two pretty, I like to call them fun questions, and I'm going to ask Ms. Ellen on the side. If you can give anybody out there one quote or one sentence about the Peekskill City School District, what would you say?
A quote, putting me on the spot. I would say that this city has more heart than I've seen in any other community or school district. And I think that we really focus on the whole child. And I think that that is what makes this city so great, and that we really do focus on not only providing the academic services, but in this program, when we strategically designed it together, we also have a counselor from Office of Alcoholism and Substance Abuse Services through OASIS, a permanent grant-funded position, to provide support for students for social and emotional support, not only about looking at their choices and the academics, but really looking at all supports that they need. And so really having that collaboration, they get all the supports from all different aspects. And so I would say that Peekskill has heart, and that's really what makes all of these things come alive and makes it so great. So
That was awesome. That was awesome. People at home, as you can see, these are your teachers, these are your principals, these are your leaders in your school district right now. So as you can hear, the words that they're saying coming from the heart. They are compassionate, they're passionate, and they really care. I'm going to ask Dr. Mauricio, just close us out with anything you'd like to tell the people at home that are watching.
Sure. I was actually going to share what Mrs. Duray shared, but since she said it so eloquently, I'm not going to share that. I do want to give her a big round of applause. This idea was planted by a meeting we had this summer, and when she said we have to do more for our kids. And I'll end with this quote or thought. When you work alone, 1 + 1 = 2. But when you work in collaboration, like we are with the city and the Youth Bureau and Mrs. McDonald and the school district, then 1 + 1 can equal 10. And that's what this is about, is working together. We provide more for our children, better services for our students, and prepare them for the future better when we work together. So with that, Mayor, Mrs. McDonald, Darrell Francis, and to the Council and the Youth Bureau Board, want to thank you on behalf of our Board of Education, our kids, and our staff. Thank you so much, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm here at the Youth Director, Miss Tuesday McDonald. And Miss McDonald, you were on the school board, you've been active in the community, now you're the Youth Director. How do you feel about the programs that you bring into the Youth Bureau? Because you've impressed the City Council, the City of Peekskill in a short amount of time, so we thank you for that. But this program especially, how do you feel about it coming to the Youth Bureau?
I feel that it's what unity and coming together really looks like. You're talking about the two biggest entities in the city. You're talking about the school district and your city. And now you're talking about coming together in ways that we haven't always seen. So it's an opportunity for our kids to really, really, really succeed. Dr. Mauricio was right. Our kids make mistakes. I made them when I was growing up. You know what I mean? But they didn't have a program like this for me. I'm just so glad that we're putting both of our energies together and thinking outside the box and saying, what can we do as a city and also as a district to make sure that our children are successful? And I just couldn't be happier. I really couldn't.
Okay. So, and just for those who may not be familiar with the new with the Youth Bureau, we have a lot of new residents in the city of Peekskill, a lot of new business owners come to the city of Peekskill. If they wanted to come to the Youth Bureau, what are the hours of operation that the Youth Bureau was open, you know, the address, and all of that information so they can know when to come here and bring their children? Yeah.
So currently we're open for the community at 3 p.m. Every day, and we're here at about 6:30. However, the actual Youth Bureau is open from 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. daily. Our physical address is 828 Main Street. If you want to send us something, it is actually 840 Main Street, which is the address for the city. City Hall, but come on out. There really is so much here for our kids to do. You know, we're growing. As someone said earlier, the Youth Bureau has been around for 25 years, so they've been doing some work, certainly. So all we're doing right now is just making enhancements and putting in newer programs that are going to help the changing needs of our community.
Thank you so much, Mr. Donald. 25 years there and 25 more years to go. Thank you for all your work. God bless the Youth Bureau. God bless the school district. And God bless one of the greatest cities on earth, Peekskill, New York. Peace and love. Thank you.